On the first video we went over the installation of the trigger. In this video we're going to go over the adjustment and the safety check. Now we're ready to start adjusting the trigger. Before we do, make sure your firearm is unloaded. There's no ammunition in the area. You will be dry firing a few times to get everything lined up and adjusted. Do not have any ammunition in the area. If you have a gun, even though it's unloaded, make sure it's always pointed in a safe direction. There doesn't need to be any children around. Make sure it's a safe work environment and be thinking the whole time. Now the first step is to adjust the over travel of the trigger. In the cocked position, you want to run the adjustment screw all the way out. Not all the way out, you want to back it off. So now the trigger's fully cocked, and we're going to start running the adjustment screw. We're going to pull on the trigger and slowly back the adjustment screw out. As soon as it dry fires, we're going to go another quarter of a turn. We're going to hold the wrench. That way this doesn't change your adjustment at all. We're going to run the lock nut down and we're going to just snug that up. Good firm feel there. Okay, now we've got the over travel adjusted on the trigger. Nice crisp clean trigger, and the over travel's just right. Okay, we've determined that the safety's functioning properly with this setup. Now it's time to check it in your magazine box. Check your trigger slot, and then check it in your stock. Make sure you're not touching any place, you're not making any unnecessary contact. Recheck your trigger pull weight. Make sure that it's the same. You know it's 2.5 pounds here. It better be 2.5 pounds in your rifle. If it's not, something's touching. Next step, we're going to adjust the trigger pull weight. To do that, we adjust these hex nuts to compress the spring, and the more you move it towards the bottom of your receiver, the greater your trigger pull. You can move it up to about 5 pounds if you screw it all the way up until the spring starts to stack. You don't want to let it stack, but you can get it to about 5 pounds. Backed all the way off like this, your trigger's 2.5 pounds. And then once you get it set there, that's where I like mine. So you can verify the trigger weight. It's a good idea to use a scale. Know where you are. Everybody will give you their opinion, but there's no substitute for knowledge. Really measuring it out. There's 2.5 pounds. Okay, and that's where I like my triggers. So get the wrenches in here and just run these jam nuts together. There we go. Now you're going to put just a little speck of DevCon on those, or 5-minute epoxy, just to set them. Once again, do not use Loctite on a trigger. It will run into the cracks and crevices and freeze your trigger up. And either lock it down where it won't be safe, or it'll stick down, so when you think it's safe, it'll go off on you. Don't do it. In closing, I'd like to say these triggers are made in Alaska on American machines with American steel. We're heat treat them to guarantee a lifetime of service. If you have any questions, please go to my website, www.alaskaarmsllc.com, for contact information. Or you can call me at the number on your instructions if you have any questions during the installation. I'll be glad to help you. Thank you.